blinded, deafened, paralyzed.
I know. That's the best I got.
Yeah, you feel this very strange rush of power go through your arm. Very addictive, you sense. As the spell casts, you feel this weird sensation that you could give life to so many things or snuff it out in an instant. And it right as you start to feel the spell take hold, it stops and you put it down.
I hand it back to Azravana. If I ever ask again, don't give it back to me. Perhaps you should try one of your remove curses holding that. And I'll just back away.
Worth a shot.
So what do you do?
I just cast remove curse again with the vial.
Copying Osmond's motion, you clasp the vial in your hands, drawing on its innate power. You touch your fingers to the growth. And your vision shifts. It's hard to put down. You see this vision of this gorgeous land full of beautiful old trees. This hill and this woman in white with brown hair, freckled face, sitting under a tree.
Does Azravana get to see the Arboretum?
You try and see what's in there, and right as you start to focus on the woman's face, she looks right back up to you, and she appears to be drinking from like a glass, and just raises it to you, smiling. And your vision shuts back. The curse did not take effect, but something else happened.
What the fuck?
In fact, you get this voice in your head. All too familiar voice. That tells you something.
Whispers.
Is it Azravana's turn now?
You're not alone anymore in your head.
Oh boy. They're not gonna like it there.
I have so much anxiety right now.
Look at her with her sad-ass ears!
Can someone screenshot that, because that's the look of the night, I feel like. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Oh my god, I forgot I can't do that right now because I'm streaming footage of you.
Fucking hell.
Look at her go!
That rage.
Why?
That rage is palpable.
Azravana's gonna take a step back and say, there's not much I can do. Or anything I can do.
No. Stop that.
And all this shit with the vial. What the fuck is the vial for? Why? Why are you just holding it? Can't we? Like, what is even in that thing? Can't we make him drink it? Can we pour it on the thing? What does it do?
Dea looks over at Osmond.
Osmond's just like backed up from this, kind of just arms crossed, just looking at the ground right now.
Azravana, do you think that would be a good idea?
Didn't I do research on the vial?
You did
And it
some. It was just this weird convergence of life and death battling for supremacy and having an even ground.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend doing that with
The
this
first
vial.
time... Actually, never mind. Continue.
So there's nothing. That's it.
Yep. Sorry, Cyrus.
God, I don't know what that is, but would it hurt to try and at least? I don't. Sai, if
Wait.
we try to make him drink it, he's already gone. I don't know if he'll actually be coming back. If it does anything at all, it might just. I don't know.
He'd come back, but not as somebody you want to come back, probably.
Death
Probably not.
had his eye on him for a while. He wasn't gonna let him go. I saw it. It wasn't. I'm so sorry.
Fine. I'm sorry too. And I take Gerard with me and I walk out.
Okay. Where do you take him?
In our last conversation, we mentioned something about a tree that we would sit
Yeah.
in, and
You
there,
want to take him there?
yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Osmond's kind of like gone kind of blank and is still just kind of staring.
Yeah, Dea's
He whispered something, but he didn't quite catch it.
Vola's just kind of take.
Say again?
Vola's gonna pick to the.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Vola is going to pick up Nathan and then say, "I'm just gonna take him back to," and then start heading out.
Back to the hotel and start heading out.
Dea's
Alright.
still kind of on the ground where Gerard was, and just is kind of has her head in her hands and is trying to kind of hold back the tears, and is just she's deep in thought right now. Kind of just going over the whole. She just talked to a god, and it did not go well.
Alright. Okay, so it's literally just down to the four yells. Okay.
Yep.
One moment. Whispers are happening. Discuss.
Yep. Osmond just mumbled something under his breath again.
I'm gonna spend time to recast my familiar spell.
I have so much shit I could have combined with the remove curse that may have worked. I have so many things.
I think Osmond's what he used on Nathan with Azravana's remove curse probably would have worked, but
Yeah, but
I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate timing.
yeah.
And even so, trying to get rid. Even if we did bring him back, it's the whole curse thing. That's just if we can't get rid of that,
Yeah.
there's no.
Literally, we probably have to amputate either way.
And it was
It-
across
yeah.
his entire torso.
Yeah, there is no going back after that.
You exit out of the cave that is Corwin, 'cause that's all it really is. The guards initially regard you with, like, anxiety, and then they retreat, having seen what's gone on. It is... Your potion did start to wane, but you're in this for the long haul. It's not terribly far walk from Corwin to the tree around the lake, just outside of the city. You sit him down. You look over the lake.
I start digging.
So I'm gonna go try to. I'm gonna go over to Azervana. So, the little voice in my head told me you might have an idea about the body.
Do I hear this?
Oh no, I made sure to be off to the side.
Okay.
This
Daya hasn't
temple
moved from
is
her
also
spot.
the strangest thing. Nothing echoes in here. It's almost like sound just dies, so to speak.
Nice.
Thanks.
It was a suggestion, but I'm not gonna do it.
Might I hear what it is at least?
You won't like it.
I rarely like much these days. Try me.
Mood.
I heard Eliza's voice, and it said what a minion that one would make.
You're right. We'll never do that.
No.
Cool.
I'll start making my way back to the chateau.
Vola, by now you have also found your way back to the chateau, and you have put
Yeah.
the stony Nathan on his bed.
Mhm.
You're at the lake.
Yup. Digging.
If any soul was to see where it was going down, it would be an undeniable sadness. There isn't really words that can constitute exactly what it means to lose someone you hated but never stopped loving. It's the kind that swells into the night, leaving anything between the living and the dead to memory. And it's for that purpose no one really got to know what Cyrus did that night. The only sign of him there would have been a freshly dug grave and a few tears for the plants. That night, everyone inside Corwin, it's as if nothing happened. You're back, mostly, in town.
Whenever I'd get back to the chateau and up to the room, I'd probably just say a small little prayer that his soul finds peace in what it can. And then I'll either wait for Daya to come back or fall asleep, whichever comes first.
Daya's gonna be still like kind of kneeled down, and if Azervana's still there, she's gonna kind of look at her. And, how are you? Are you okay?
Quite
Sorry I put you
the
on
series of
spot.
events.
When you have a conversation with divines and they tell you there's nothing you can do, it's kind of... They said that curse was older. They couldn't touch it.
Yeah,
No one should have that power. How do you get that power?
probably just as old. We do need to stop that other one from getting that key, though.
I... So, the key wasn't actually there. It was what?
I know
That
where it
mural?
is.
It was a... You do?
I know where that place is. That place is where I'm from.
And if I remember the mural correctly, it was a place that was like destroyed. Yeah. So, okay, I'm like, Azavana, How long ago did that happen? I'm so sorry.
Quite some time ago. And I am at fault for it. But either way, if that's where we need to go, I can take us there
And Dea she like
after we rest up.
She grabs your hands. You're a good
She holds
person.
Dea's hands.
You're a good person, Azravana. I've done things I'm not proud of either. If I can do the little preach of something, maybe as shitty of a situation this is, maybe the way for, I don't know, gods are giving us a chance to atone for sins, or I don't know. It's hard to find anything positive out of any of this.
It's always hard.
I'm glad you're with us.
Thank you.
Probably are
I
our
don't
best
really
chance.
hear that ever.
Well, get used to it. Oh God. Let's go get some rest. I don't know what's in that vial,
Definitely.
but from the way Osmond took it, I'm sure it wasn't easy.
No. It helps my magic, but I'm sure it's not great with his.
Dea gives her hands a squeeze and starts moseying over to the chateau.
Azravana goes with her.
Vola,
Yes.
what goes on?
I feel like Vola would have initially gone back to her in Azravana's room and then just kind of stood there and then turned around and went outside to see if she could find a tree.
In the cave of Corwin, you will not find trees.
In which
You'd have
case
to,
she's gonna climb onto the roof.
the roof. Okay, you do so. You go to the roof of the chateau, actually.
Yeah, so she's on the roof of that building and she's gonna pull out her papers and stuff and out of her portfolio, and she's just gonna from memory as best she can, she's gonna draw a picture of Gerard and Cyrus, basically just standing next to each other smiling.
You do so.
My
No
cold
roll
dead heart.
required.
Fuck.
Oh, I've been holding it back! I've been holding it back! Come on!
Did you, Azravana,
Well, they stopped and now they're coming back.
were you looking at those items?
I'm crying again.
Azravana,
Huh?
did you want to look at those items?
Yeah.
Hold on a fucking second.
Giving me a distraction.
Real quick, where did you place Nathan's body?
In my room.
Oh, it's on his bed. It's on
Okay.
his bed.
I'm alone in my room.
Yeah. He's in his
I'm fucking staying.
I just had to kill a spider. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, stream. This is happening.
Oh no.
Find my tissues.
Anyway.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Enjoy Alyssa's expressions, by the way, with what I've just given her.
Oh
I'm
no.
trying to read. I should get my glasses. That's what I should do.
What fox doesn't have glasses? Anyway. So, unless
Seeing
anybody...
is hard.
Yeah. So, unless anybody has anything they want to do tonight,
I have
No.
several things I want to do.
I mean, cool.
But
You're stoned.
Your performance tonight has been rather lifeless, and I'm not here for it.
oh,
But
I head straight up to my room. I do not stop and talk to anyone.
I didn't
do
even
not
think
so
you went
much
back
as-
to the chateau.
I would, because I don't
Okay.
have anywhere else to stay. I'd go back, and
Don't you
I-
and Nick share?
No,
No.
I got my own this
No?
time.
then I would go up to my room, order 3 bottles of the strongest shit they got.
You do so.
How much gold is that gonna run me?
You start. News travels fast in Corwin. The owner of the chateau, the changeling, Boris, seems to have noticed what actually happened today. Word travels fast. And as a result, you never see a bill.
Fuck it, I'll take it. And I drink myself into a coma.
Cool.
Figuratively. Figurative coma, not like...
Figurative coma.
Not like Nathan.
do I
Not
need
like
to
Nathan.
go and do a
Oh, what?
Oh, sorry, spare the dying. I lost my train of thought, and then I thought I was just gonna let it go.
Oh. I mean, he's fine, technically speaking.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just joking. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
broke
okay.
himself into a. Do I need to
Oh, you're
stabilize
funny.
him?
You're hilarious.
I'm
I laughed
trying.
at you.
Okay, I'm.
Morning
too.
comes.
Come first light, go to Nathan's room, and I cast Greater Restoration.
You wake up, finally able to breathe.
Okay,
Was he conscious of any of that?
Yeah, he's conscious
Good to
of
have you
all
back,
of it,
Nathan.
actually.
fuck. So,
And I probably actually, like, as soon as I see him start breathing, I pull him in for a hug.
Nathan pushes him off.
Aww, such a good dad.
Dad, stop! You're embarrassing me.
I have a lot of shit
Oh
I
my
gotta get done. I have
God.
a lot of shit I gotta process, not right now. And Nathan walks out of the room.
Dude, you didn't even get to sleep. You were just lying there awake all
Yeah.
night.
With every single step, your body hurts. You're brought back to life. It's true. You are actually suffering from 1 point of exhaustion.
That's fine.
All night, like, it's like every single bone in your body just got hit by a truck. Every step hurts. Every movement aches, and you have a very hard time just walking around, but you manage to do it anyway.
Out of spite.
Spite for death.
Like, as I'm walking away, like I'm walking outside, I just turn back to Osmond. We all need to talk. And I leave.
Osmond just, like, looks over at Nathan, back to the bed where he was, and down at the ground.
Aw.
And then I'm gonna go. Was there any jewelers in town, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really care if we have to roleplay this, but I just want to go buy some diamonds, basically.
Oh. Why don't we deal with that? Let's deal with that after session.
Okay.
Because, like,
Cool.
there's specifics I need to iron out because I didn't. That's my fault. You're totally fine.
Okay, so
Anyway.
we'll say I'd go and do it now, but we'll handle logistics afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And then whenever I get back, I'd probably try to find everyone and rouse them to go see Piero.
And then you hear, like, Nathan's thing. Like, we need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Day's probably gonna wake up, see Osmond's gone.
You
she's
have
gonna
a
do
really hard
prayer, and go
time
downstairs.
finding Vola?
Okay.
So you just kind of
So-
assume she'll find you?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, like once like it starts like brightening up and like it's daytime again, because Vola would have fallen asleep on the. So she's going to like basically climb back down, and she's going to go find Cyrus so she can give him the picture.
She finds you. You open
Oh, I'm
his door, actually.
in my room.
You open his door, actually, not thinking about it. And it just reeks of booze.
I'm probably still passed out.
He is still passed
I'm gonna-
out.
Empty
I'm just
bottles
gonna like
everywhere.
walk in, and I'm just gonna kind of like put the drawing back in my bag, and I'm just gonna kind of pick him up and just carry him downstairs. Like you need water.
Okay.
Water.
You need water.
And I'm passed the fuck out. I have no idea. And yeah, you do it.
Day is just waiting at the table where we normally meet up. Just, waiting for people.
As
Well, I
well.
guess I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna see her, and I'm gonna be like, he needs water.
Excuse me, could we get some water, please?
A waitress complies, very confused, and very on the border of laughing her ass off.
Very what?
Sorry you cut out, friend.
And very on the border of laughing her ass off.
Oh,
Azavana, what's going on?
Gonna head to the table.
Okay. You are all
I
at
wanted
the
to say I
table.
recast my familiar.
Yes, you took
Day
the time.
gives you a warm smile.
As Ravana waves with Mira.
Husband's probably got like a 50-yard stare, still just kind of like tapping on the table with his fingers.
Yeah. And Nathan having just like walked in. So you're all here today.
Yeah.
When Nathan shows up, Day is gonna jump up and go and give him a hug.
Nathan,
You do so-
again,
Try
like,
It is just like being squished by a trash compactor with your bones the way they are.
and Nathan again like pushes her off as well. Not right now. We got shit to.
She's trying not to look really hurt right now. Okay, yeah, I'm. And then
So what was that you wanted to talk about, Nathan?
Well,
Fucking silence.
couple things.
I kind of like look over and I slap Cyrus on the cheek.
The fuck?
And I'll look back to Nathan.
Fuck
I'm
was
just
that
gonna-
for?
I'm gonna name some points. You guys decide which order we go in. One
Day
of
is gonna
them,
scooch water towards you.
So one of them, I saw some things while I was dead. Other one is more just for Azravana, but I can get to that later. Also, and I look straight at Osmond. Are you just going to Piero? Since it's mainly a you thing, in terms of what we get from it.
Well, he contracted all of us, so I figured we were all going, but I can go in our place if that is what everyone decides.
I was just asking since, you're the one here looking for vengeance.
I have some business to attend to for sure.
I
What did you see while you were dead?
First of all, can everyone not scream, please? You're all fucking screaming, and it's not a good time.
I'll reach over and put my hand on his shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
Your hangover's gone. Neat.
Well, now the buzz is totally gone. Fucking thanks. I drink my water.
So, when I was dead, not exactly what I meant, but I saw this dark world with these odd outlined clouds. And then I thought I saw Losi there. Turns out the universe is still fucking with me. In all the worst ways. It was some dude not too much older than I am, or at least that's what he appeared to be, with a crown, sitting on a throne with at least near or at my home.
Silver hair.
All the people I know. Yeah.
This is who I think it is, right,
Yeah.
DM? I think you might have seen Ogma himself.
Well, that raises even more questions than answers.
I mean, Osmond did bring you back. He asked Ogma, basically. Forgot.
It would make sense that you saw him.
Right, but saw him where he was, at least projecting things, makes, I don't know, less sense to me.
He's a god of knowledge. He knows everything. He might have just shown you things that were comfortable to you.
Does he usually have a crown?
DM?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then that's less urgent. And I just turned aside. I'm sorry we couldn't do more. There were things I could have done, but I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Nathan, you were dead. You were
It's not
stoned.
your fault. You got turned into.
I got reckless. I've been doing that a lot lately. If I'd been more careful with everything, I would have still stayed alive. I had plenty of assets.
You do remember what we were up against, right?
Yeah, and I had stuff I could have used, but I thought that we were closer to the end than we actually. Anyway,
No, it's not your fault, Nathan. All of us can say we had a hand to play in all of this. If I'd been more conservative, maybe there was more I could have done to help.
I know, I'm just apologizing for my end of it.
Right.
So where do we go from here?
Well, I'm going to go finish what we came here to do when I stand
I
up.
have to go too. I really don't want to, but I have to.
Before Cyrus leaves, I'm just gonna reach into my and I'm gonna hand him the picture and I'm gonna say his memories fade.
That we could not hear any of the last part.
I'm gonna hand it to him and I'm gonna say, just in just so he's the only one who can see it, nobody else can see what's on it, and I'm just gonna say because memory.
Memories what?
You cut out right at the same point.
I can figure it out because memories fade. I can figure it out, guys.
Sorry, dude.
I kind of just fold the picture up and I pat her on the shoulder and I say thanks. And I put it in my bag and I walk away.
I'm probably close behind him.
I'll go too.
Dea kind of looks at Az, and when people are leaving, she's gonna kind of lean over. Once we get this whole political thing out of the way, we'll talk to them about. I know we were originally going to go to the place with the dragon, but we gotta figure out a way to get us back to you know,
Yeah.
figure out that situation.
Yeah.
Dea follows suit out there.
Okay.
Yep.
And we make our way to Piero.
You make your way back into Nighthaven. The guards instantly recognizing all of you and parting ways. You make your way back into the mansion, Piero's estate. The guards instantly usher you in. He seems to have cleared his schedule just for such an occasion.
How nice.
The second the door is open and like we see him, I say, "We're back."
That you are. He turns. I see your mission was completed.
Yeah, that's a word.
It doesn't do me any good to have lost such a talented young man like Gerard. And I understand you two were close. I am truly sorry for your loss. This was never intentional. He asked for the assignment, actually, having heard you'd be on it.
She's staring at him like the best impersonation of Sister Margaret she could do. She's keeping her mouth shut, but she's not happy looking.
Taken
Nathan
care
has
of.
full disdain.
I've buried him. Give us the info we want.
He straightens himself up, motions for his assistant to go do something. What can I give you?
Motion to Osmond.
The Dragonborn, like we agreed.
Done. The night hold is active for you to peruse at your leisure. As well as this key, he slides across the table. If you want to get a little more close to the investigation.
Oh, I take it.
Thank you.
I take the key.
Oh no, Osmond was reaching for that as you did.
Why not? Okay,
Well, so was
okay.
I.
Did you touch hands?
Dex.
Roll Dex. Oh yeah,
dexterity.
you'll probably beat me.
Fight it.
It's a 6.
Oh, son of a bitch. Well, my die fell off the table, so I'm gonna use that. Yeah, just straight deck.
Yeah. Actually, we'll make it sleight of hand, considering.
Still a
Sleight of
6.
hand. That's even better. That is an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Silas is very quick, right as you're just registering. Oh, I should grab.
Osmond just like shoots a glance over at Cyrus.
Trust me, I think it's better that I hold on to this. I can help you with the interrogation if you want.
I'd prefer to do it alone.
I can do a little bit of cleanup when we're done.
Osmond, I'd rather you not be alone.
We had a long
We can
rest.
talk about this afterwards. Anything else anyone wants? Information?
I forgive if I'm intruding. I have a question. The woman you sent us with, the map maker, Tifa.
Oh yeah, this I want to hear.
How
Yeah.
did she come into your... Why did you hire her?
My spies.
Did you know she would double cross us?
Yes, if you have heard anything about what happened down there, you would know the whole reason we are barely alive and why we lost a crucial person in a very highly valued individual. It was because she was not who she said she was.
Persuasion.
Yeah, so
Persuasion?
so how did you?
Yeah, that's my jam, baby.
Can I like
Okay, let's
assist
see
at all?
that.
Yeah, give her advantage. How you?
Oh
how you helping?
yeah.
Yeah.
How are you
Yeah,
helping?
no, so I'm sort of
Thank
insulting
you.
him, like, so how did you, fuck, now I can't even think of the word I want. The gracious leader of the Cobalt Brotherhood, someone who can very well pierce through bullshit, how was someone like you conned into believing she was who she said she was?
25.
Damn.
Truth be told, we hadn't met Tifa before the day. We knew something was off about her, but we'd only actually heard of this Eliza individual. But a few days ago, it didn't cross our minds they would be interested in something to do with the Starfire below. And even if it was, we figured it was one person we could take her. My spies tell me of what transpired down in the caverns, and it was most unexpected. We did not see him. It's a him now, right? We did not see him leave the cavern. We only saw him as a her enter. Never came out this way, meaning he had some sort of teleportation magic available to him. It was a bad investment. Nothing more.
Does that check out? I do have an passive insight of 20.
Yeah, I have a
Checks
passive insight of 19 too.
Checks
So,
out.
Work out.
alright.
So you at least believe us that this threat, Eliza, it is a threat to everyone. The mountain isn't
The
safe.
Cobalt Brotherhood is entirely in agreement with this statement.
Well, then I can at least trust that he'll take care of something. Not sure if the whole city. Probably at least each other.
Maybe, if I'm not encroaching, the Cobalt Brotherhood, you have an amazing plethora of spies. I know from what little we've learned, Eliza seems to be after weapons of a sort, ones that were hidden away from her. If she gets a hold of these, it's game over for everyone.
An arsenal, yes. We've actually recently come into the acquisition of a enthusiast of her design, it seems. He is also awaiting down in the dungeons should you wish to communicate with him. Named something with an O. An albino tiefling with black horns. You can't miss him.
Alright.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Hopefully, the more eyes and the more knowledge of the situation that is around, I think we have better chances at surviving this.
I would agree.
Thank you for your time. She looks over at you, Zai.
I'm standing here and I'm kind of waiting for Osmond and Dea to leave.
Of course, there's the matter of payment.
Oh, yeah, Osmond's glued to your side, Cyrus, because you have the key.
And Dea's not leaving
Of
us,
course.
but knows all too
A
well.
servant comes out with a tray, a pouch of 2,000 gold pieces each for you. Which
Like-
I
Wait,
believe-
2,000 to divide amongst the party, or 2,000 for every member of the party?
Holy
Each.
Fuck yeah!
I'm not gonna be able to carry shit!
We're gonna deal with that afterwards too, by the by.
We're gonna have to start
Yeah,
getting
I'm
a
not gonna
community
be able to-
bag of holding going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fucking carry any fucking thing, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, no, I'm good for right now.
I'll
Okay.
just turn to everyone else and be like, right, I'll be at the chateau whenever all your guys' business. And Azravana, if you want to talk about the stuff that happened, let me know. And so I head
Will
out.
do.
So I look behind me and seeing that they're not gonna fucking leave anytime soon. I say, okay, fine. I was hoping to be alone for this, but I guess that's not going to happen. I have one request.
Yes.
I realize it means very little now, but I want it officially on the record that Gerard is cleared of everything. Whatever he did, whatever steps he, however far out of bounds he stepped, I want it all clear. I want it gone.
It is done. He died honorably in the line of duty for the Brotherhood. It is with that same gesture we actually discovered something amidst Gerard's belongings.
What's that?
He had been working on, it seems, a weapon of sorts. It appears he was a little more mechanically inclined than previously believed. His assistant brings out this saber with this long mid-length thing that has 3 different holes in it. It seems to be with harp strings. Different gears adorn like the top flat part of the blade, and you see these different notches and levers and triggers. And it's funny. It seems adequate for your size.
Can I can I take it for a second? Can I hold it?
I imagine you'll want to do it for the longer. It is yours.
I take it and I kind of just try it out.
It is light. You're barely holding anything at all. It is very, 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 very well suited to you.
Yes, if it's all right, I would like to take it.
It is yours.
Thank you.
It is with a heavy heart we relinquish this. Gerard will be honored. I promise you that. It isn't every day a member of the Cobalt Brotherhood dies defending the world from what is apparently a world-shattering event. And that will not be forgotten.
That's all I ask. I couldn't save him, but I can do this, so it's gonna have to be good enough.
If there is anything else.
No, thank you.
You all leave?
Osmond's still glued to Cyrus's side.
We're gonna be sandwiched here because Day is glued to
Oh.
Osmond.
Alright, we'll go talk to the Dragonborn. Jesus Christ.
And I would like to do it alone.
Day
I look
gives
at
you,
Dea.
I hold out my hand to Cyrus.
and
Let us
Dea's
not
looking
forget-
at Osmond.
I hold my hand out to Cyrus. Let us not forget what you asked me to do the other night, and what you tried to do in return.
Yeah, what I tried to do to you, I could do to him.
I
And make him
know.
forget it ever happened.
I want to do this myself. Key.
Alright, fine.
Please.
I hand it to him and I walk away. Fine, let him live with it.
I'm kind of like
I was
twirling it
trying-
between my fingers.
I was trying to cover you, but alright, fine. And then I leave.
Day
I turn to
grabs-
Dea.
Yeah, Dea grabs his hand, the one that's not twirling. Get your answers. But remember who you are. Okay.
Did Azurvana leave, by the way, or is she still kind of hanging out?
She was still
Ezra.
kind of hanging out, but
Okay.
walking away.
No, don't do what I think you're gonna do. Please do what I think you're gonna do. Anyway,
Oh my god, wait.
no.
Does he look at can I investigation? I wanna see if I can see shit. I wanna see
no,
ears
th-
turning.
I don't.
Fuck!
I will gladly roll a deception check against her
You know
insight.
what? You know what?
100%.
Okay. See,
'Cause
roll
if
to hide
Ezra's around
sadism.
and he-
Oh boy, that's
This is
good.
great.
That's really good.
Oh god, no. Okay, so what am I rolling for?
You're rolling
Insight?
insight.
Insight.
That's wisdom.
Oh shit, that's oh wait, hold on. Oh. 23.
25.
Oh, there's a reason we're together.
Battle of the gods.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, it seems pretty stone cold. Just like, wonder where Savannah is.
Just hard. Well, I didn't ask that.
No, but
Yeah,
just like that kind of vibe, just like looking for someone.
It's probably just It's probably really hard to read right now. He just seems very like one-track mindset currently.
Okay, yeah. Apologies.
Don't
Yes.
forget who you are.
Remember.
I know it's
who
hard.
you
Remember
are.
who you are.
I already had a joke to myself. Anyway, go.
No, it's on the internet.
So
I know I'm supposed to preach mercy. That is who I am devoted to myself. But I can't force you to do something like that. But
I'll do what I find necessary. Don't worry.
she gives you a peck
It's a
on the
little
cheek,
worry.
and I'll see you back at the chateau.
Right.
She turns around and reluctantly fucking leaves.
He's fucking terrifying.
So as Day is like out of earshot, I'll kind of turn to Azervana. If you want to stick around, you may have a new minion coming your way.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Not bad, huh?
Mama's gonna be so disappointed in you.
Depends on the story he tells.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, no.
This is gonna be. This is
Okay,
good.
go. I need this to happen. Go.
Alright, Azravana's gonna
Good.
stick around, but she's like, oh shit.
Like, yo, I raise dead things, and this is dark even for me.
She's just gonna sit there with popcorn.
So I make my way down.
Downtown.
Walking fast.
Walking fast.
Fucking fast.
Dragon
And
fast.
Okay, so you go down into the Night Haven. There's a lot of guards in this area, as you would expect. Although, when you get to a certain corner, you see them turn their heads. And in this dark, so dark, dungeon, flanked by Azervana, you feel at home, Azervana. You're so fucking cute. Cameras are the best thing that happened to you. Anyway. You find the Dragonborn in rags, just huddled into the corner.
I just kind of turn to Azervana. You may want to wait outside.
She nods and gives Osmond a thumbs up, like,
Shit!
Is there any other guards in here?
No, they saw you coming and just like
Excellent.
went away.
Smart
Excellent.
men.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So I go over, shield on my back, and I'll kind of brandish the mace from my bag of holding, sling it on my hip. Kind of slowly unlock the door, open it up, close it behind me, drop the key in the bag of holding. Kind of cross my arms, wait for him to look up.
Which one of you gilded goons is next? Oh. It's you.
Thought you lost me.
What do you want?
You recall the message I sent you, right?
Vaguely.
Good. Then this will make this a lot easier. Here's your first and only chance. Tell me what you know about Lady Drazina.
Yes. Just like that. You hear this, the usual voice in the back of your head.
Ignored it. Blocked
And
it out.
you straight up, you see her circling him like a shark.
Good.
You can push harder, more. I don't know what I can tell you don't already know.
I'm sure there's more.
Okay, look. Whatever you can do to me, I guarantee you this spider can do 10 times worse, so you might as well just go.
You have no idea who I am, do you?
Some priest?
How long have you spent with Drazina?
That's none of your business.
Is it?
Roll intimidation. I'm intimidated!
Yeah.
Does he get advantage because the DM is real life intimidated?
No, I'm just really excited because, like, I see Eliza in my head and I'm just like, oh my god.
That's a 15. Not amazing.
Long enough.
Well, if you've known her long enough, has she ever mentioned the name Osbin Adenala? Or anyone of the Adenala family?
Why do you care?
Because you're looking at him.
What does Lady Drazina want with some priest?
Well, if you spent that long with her, you know what she can do.
So, what of it?
I am very familiar with her ways.
What do you mean?
I crack my neck. I take off my eyepiece, put it in my bag, and I use thaumaturgy to kind of let like just the black void where the eye was just kind of like grow out around my face, and I use it to kind of like light the scars up on my back, like to show through the clothing.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
22.
He scrambles back into the corner. He scrambles back into the corner.
back.
And he like puts his hands. What do you want?
Well, I asked you a question and you haven't answered it so far. Originally, I was going to give you a second chance.
Wonderful.
But I've got some things to work out. I crack my knuckles.
What was the question? He straight up can't remember the question. You scared the answer out of him.
I walk over and grab him by the throat. I throw him on the ground behind me. And as he hits the ground, I pull out my mace, and one of his hands that's kind of sprawled out, I want to put it through his hand and pin it to the ground.
Please, anything.
Well, I didn't expect you to crumble so easily. I'll kind of like stand over him and crouch down, put my hand around his throat, and I will cast inflict wounds at a 4th level.
Oh my god!
Holy
But I want to release it slowly.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
damn!
Actually, no, I lied. A wisdom save with no mods.
Okay, so that first roll then. That's a 19.
Okay. You see her sitting just inches away from him, eating this up, this huge smile on her face. And she actually caresses the top of your hand. Let me help you. And you see like these black veins start to like pour like around like his neck. Reach up towards his eyes, just like and he screams the loudest scream, blood-curdling, deathly thing. Azravana, you hear this?
Shit is
And
going
then
down.
I'll release it. Does it? No. I mean, I'll let the full damage go through. Does
Oh,
it?
okay.
Does it kill him? Please tell me it kills him.
How do I describe this?
Oh my god.
Please tell me it kills him.
But you didn't even get any. Okay. it's
He's
fine.
gonna bring him back and do it again!
Oh my
That's why he
god.
brought the necromancer.
You're not there! You're not there!
You're not there.
I know, but I know
I'm not! But
Strangest
Jesus
thing-
Christ!
The strangest thing, as you feel the spell, you've never released a spell like this with such malice. And for some reason, Eliza's presence doesn't deter you. It's rather helpful. The spell takes full effect, and you can literally feel his life force crush in your hand. You
Good.
see this familiar black magic on his eye start. You see the seeds of it.
So as soon as he's dead, since I went and bought diamonds earlier, I will cast Revivify.
Don't consume those yet. Like, just keep them because we'll discuss that later.
Okay.
You're getting a freebie for this shit. DM's loving it.
You cast Revivify, and actually, your vision shifts.
Oh.
You're brought into this forest, purple blades of grass, and a clearing. You see on all fours this creature, and you hear them snarl at you.
I just kind of hold my ground.
You recognize this creature in your readings.
Mm-hmm.
Would steal from me.
He'll be yours soon enough. I just want him to know the pain I've known.
He gets right up next to his neck and just... and smiles. Soon. You feel the magic jolt you back right to where you just where his eyes pop open. Half of it, you've gotten this in such an early state. It doesn't seem to block anything. You get the weird sense there was nothing divine about the magic you just used.
Yep. Is Eliza still kind of just hanging around?
Oh, it's really hanging around, but there's this weird, the longer she's there, the more you look at her, the more excited you feel in this moment.
I was kind of be like, I don't need you here. Leave me alone.
Oh, Ospen. I'm just here for the show.
So I just kind of crouch. I continue crouching over him. Welcome back.
like this eye, like completely covered in like black. What's going on? Where am I?
You're back in hell.
What do you want? I'll give you anything. What do you want?
I can do that as many more times as I please. So I will ask you one last time. Tell me everything you know about Eliza. Or not Eliza, sorry. Eliza was on my mind. About Lady Drazina.
I don't know where she is. I just get my orders through by my raven.
Sorry, what'd you say you cut out?
I don't know where she is. I get my orders by raven.
Cut off one more time.
I get my orders by raven.
Raven.
Yes.
Is that all?
Yeah, I get my orders by raven.
That's hardly much information to go off of.
I never see her. I don't know what else I can give you. I don't see her. I've never seen her.
Do I believe him?
Roll insight.
A lot. 23.
You believe him? He's not high up on the totem pole at all. Some lackey.
So I got a letter that I found at your desk discussing how she was going to be meeting some other contact north of Scythia.
Yes.
Would you happen to know anything about that?
Something about hiding in the mountains. I can't. Hiding from some girl, a drag. They were closing in on her. I don't remember much else.
Do you know exactly where?
No, it just give locations. Just somewhere in the mountains. Just someplace called the Redwood. Some cult lives there. I don't remember. I don't remember where. You know how to get there. I can't. I don't know.
Is Drazina communicating with this cult? Are they working hand in hand?
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know anything about the cult. I just know they're really pro-human.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's all I know, I swear. I don't know anything else.
Well. Before I go, answer me one more question. Back at Fort Duncan, you captured one of my friends. Younger. Very naturey.
I might, maybe.
Answer me this. What were you planning on doing with him? Was he going to go to the slave trade? Perhaps to Lady Drazina?
Probably. I would imagine. Depends on the kind of
Yes
thing
or
he's-
no?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Your honesty has at least earned you a quick death, and then I'm going to put the mace
what?
through his head.
His head, you see brain matter splatter against the floor. You hear, just in your ear, just like, there we go. Excellent job. I'm sure you'll get more soon.
I just kind of stand up and kind of wipe off the mace with what I can. And put it back in my bag. And then I'll kind of like look over to where Azravan is standing outside. I'll look back to the body, kind of think for a minute. And then I'd just like to use Sacred Flame repeatedly to just burn it to ash.
It's funny. You use this spell repeatedly, and it's a purifying agent. That's the whole point of the Sacred Flame. You see the colors, what is normally something gold, take on a greenish hue.
Mm-hmm.
Something rather unnatural and
Sure.
deathly.
Sure.
Like, yeah, fuck me up, yeah!
I know what I'm doing is fucked up.
There's this weird amount of catharsis and this sick, twisted rush as you do this. Eliza never escaping your gaze, with this huge smile on her face of approval. And
Has the body burned to ash?
Yeah.
All right. I kind of just turned to Eliza. Just kind of stare at her. And I'll just turn and start walking towards where Azravana is. And as I walk past, I'll just say, afraid to disappoint, but I don't think there's enough left for a minion.
I didn't. After what I heard, I didn't expect there to be.
Right. I can't ask you to not tell anyone about this, but... Well... I don't know what to say. And I'll start walking back to the chateau.
You and your friend walk back to the chateau in equal stride.
The whole time I'm just like, leave me.
Oh, she ain't leaving you now.
No
God,
way!
Fed that fire. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware. I'm aware.
See, now she's always,
that.
she's not just a voice anymore. Now she's always going to be a little goat.
Yep.
And miss the rest of the show? I don't think this day is ended just yet.
This is not your
Besides-
doing.
Besides, if that little thing you keep walking around with ever catches wind of what you just did, you're gonna want someone else to rely on.
This has nothing to do with you, Eliza, and it never will.
It has
I will never be your
everything to
pawn,
do
and I will never serve you. This is all about personal revenge.
with little
Drazina
Alvin.
will die. I've been looking for this long before I met you.
Little Osmond. This has everything to do with me. Did you see the kind of spell you incurred upon that poor soul? Did you see it? The fear.
He
in his
deserved
eyes.
it. He was a slaver.
They always deserve it.
The countless people he has sent to eternity of damnation.
And the malice that was just used on a single creature is honestly, even by my standards, quite sadistic. And you know, I think someday we'll look on this and laugh. So I'm going to give you your space. Wonderful job today. I am truly very proud of you.
I don't need your praise.
And she vanishes. Azravana! You heard things. You heard things.
Oh, like she heard both sides of the conversation.
No, she didn't hear that.
no,
She
just-
just heard, like, the thing in the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Tortury
Okay,
sounds,
cool.
screaming, and...
She got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Heard some shit. I didn't see some shit, but I heard some shit.
I mean, if you look in, you'd probably just see a pile of ash.
Imagination is worse
I don't think it'd
than,
be a pile of ash. I think it'd be charred blood all over the walls and then
Mhm.
ashes
Oh, it
spread all over.
smells. It's awful. It is a horrific scene. Anyway, After I literally just gave myself a heart attack by how I looked myself from like his point of view.
Been planning that for at least 6 sessions now.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Jesus.
Oh no.
What are the rest of you doing? Did you want to? No.
I wanted to mention, like, okay, so Dea leaves reluctantly. She's gonna go to the chateau and try and look for Sat.
Oh, I didn't go to the chateau.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
Well, for you outside or whatever, and if she can't find you, she's gonna go to the chateau. Yeah. Well, if you're not around, she'll go to the chateau and she's gonna sit down, ask for a small glass of wine, and just. Now she's gonna wait. Look at the door and wait for Osmond to come home.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Do you have any idea what time it is, young
We'll
man?
unpack that here in a minute. Where does Cyrus go?
First, I'm gonna go to my little makeshift grave for Gerard and tell him he's an asshole. But thank you. And I'm gonna kind of like practice with it a little bit there, and then realize this is futile. This is a bad place, and then I'm gonna go to his training grounds and practice with the new sword.
And I'll use stats for that here later. Nathan, Vola.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Scry on Loki whenever I get to my room.
You put down the materials and you cast the spell. You see Losi in bed with another mound of person right next to her. Again, different every time.
Does it seem like the same place?
Yeah.
Like, does it seem like they're still in that castle? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
There's actually a lot of movement there, but you do know it's Losi because you're scrying.
You cut out.
Yeah, all of that was
There's
just...
a lot of movement there, but you know it's Losi because you're scrying.
Cut out again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
They
perfect
fucking...
time.
Yeah, okay.
You keep
That's where I thought you were going with that, but
So, like, as soon as Nathan sees that, he just pulls right back out,
nope.
Just... Oh, nope.
and
God!
he's actually gonna head downstairs too and wait for people.
Cool.
Yeah, you're then gonna see Dea. She's sitting at a table that faced the door, and she's gonna have 2 glasses. One that hasn't been touched, that's waiting for the person that's intended to, and then her own. She's just sitting there, and she's reading through her book of Saren Ray and just casually taking a sip.
Are her legs crossed like the typical
Oh yeah.
mother waiting?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Vola.
10 out of 10.
So Vola is like, everybody, all of my friends are broken. So she's gonna sit at one of the tables. So she'll have been in the bar area, like the restaurant area. She probably would have been there the longest because she went directly there. And so she just has been like drawing like the different scenes of like the Bahir and of Nathan dying and of Osmond bringing Nathan back to life.
Oh, is she branching out to comics now?
It's straight up like almost like scenes, like it's almost like a comic because
yeah.
they're smaller. Just
In
to
this
kind of, because what Vola's doing is she's kind of like, I'm gonna chronicle, like she's basically the group historian.
Heck yeah.
So
You are keeping down all these, by the way, right?
oh yeah, I've got them written down in my book. What I've got.
Okay, good. Like your portfolio.
Yeah, I've got
Wonderful.
my portfolio written down.
So does that mean in this anime of a campaign, you're writing the manga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
Anyway, as Ravana's, are you on your way back to the chateau?
Am I what?
Are you on your way back to the chateau?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Dan, it
Hey.
takes some time, but that boy does walk in the door. There's something like roll deception, Osmond.
Oh no.
And I'm rolling perception, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it would make sense for you too. Insight. You're rolling insight.
Okay, insight. Oh, good. I'm good at insight.
He
Oh.
either rolls really well or really
Fuck!
bad.
No, I'm not! That was a natural 1! God damn it! The one time I won! Darn it.
I rolled a natural 2.
Are you shitting me? I blame the wine!
And neither of you have inspiration, do you?
Oh boy.
Oh, wonderful.
And oh, I know! I'm gonna use my thing! We had a long rest.
Oh yeah.
I am touched by the gods, damn it! Okay? Touched by the fucking gods. 7! That's without anything added to it.
Okay. So yeah, because that'd bring my total to 9.
So, okay, well, 7 added to, let's see, so 7,
Nope.
6,
10.
11,
Sorry.
12, 13, 14, 15. 15.
Something seems
What a heck of a
super.
dice fight.
Something is super off about him. You can't really explain it, but you see like the strangest smear on his boots. A little fleck of what is maybe something red in his hair. The smell of something burning and a grim determination. Something dark.
She has her book out. Look at him.
Oh shit! And I just realized I never specified to put my eyepiece back on either. So.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't have his eyepiece on either.
Oh no.
Oh.
You just see like you see dead flesh where an eye was.
Scarring, dead flesh,
Scarring.
just.
So I'm assuming that the rest of us who are in the bar, that's probably the only that we would know.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
probably be the only shock. I noticed everything else, though.
Because she is like straight up interested what happened. So it makes sense for you to roll.
Yeah, so everyone else would probably just recognize that he doesn't have his eyepiece in.
Yeah, like, oh,
Yes,
what's up?
Super glad he's not there right now.
Deo motions towards the seat next to her, or across from her, with the glass.
I'll go and sit.
I'm too focused on him, I don't notice Azravana kind of slinking in.
Oh yeah.
She's just gonna kind of like squeeze
After,
by.
you see her like come in, just like, excuse me, pardon me, with like wide eyes,
Pretty
like
much,
what
yeah.
happened. A little bit of surprise on her, I imagine, right?
She
Sort of hurt.
expected it, but just the sound she heard, she's like, ugh.
I didn't expect that.
Again, in imagination
Yeah.
is the worst case in that kind of scenario.
Yeah. Boy, does she have an imagination.
Oh.
Anyway,
Dea's gonna reach over and get some of the dried blood out of your hair. And then can I sit back? Taking care of
he's like not making eye contact with you.
Yeah, and I would make my my nuns proud with that stare, that burning stare. Things are taken care of, I assume, from the looks of things.
I kind of look around just a little and kind of say, just in a hushed tone, I did a bad thing for a good reason.
I'd like to hear what the good reason was. Did you get what you were wanting?
Not much more than I already knew.
Was it worth it then?
He makes eye contact with you. Absolutely. He deserved everything coming his way. He was a slaver. The amount of lives he put in the hands of that woman. He got better than what he deserved.
can't put myself in your shoes, or what you and all of those people enslaved by her have gone through. But you know, it's hard for me not to judge when I believe that that is something that should not be ours to do. But
I never claimed to be a good person, Dea. I try to do good things, but I do what I think is right.
You sounded just like my father for a second.
Ooh, shit.
And that's not a compliment. She's pretty good right now.
I'm sorry.
Osmond looks hurt because he knows who your father is.
I'm sorry. I have a doctor's appointment at the dentist.
I get some breadsticks. I'm gonna shove these in my purse and get out of here.
I gotta go.
Take the breadsticks and run.
I'm not going to try to justify what I did. But it's done.
Prove to me that it was worth it. Where do we go?
I can't guarantee the same thing won't happen when I find Drazina. She deserves it way more than he does. What I got from him was the Redwoods, north of Scythia. Apparently she might be in cohesion with some cult. Don't know the details.
DM,
Yes.
are these my woods?
Maybe.
I would know this shit! Is this my woods? Are these my woods?
Surely.
For
Yes,
sure!
yes.
What other cult that circles around red that lives in a fucking woods?
Clearly, it's the red square.
Okay, Daya's gonna try not to look like I'm
Wait,
gonna
Osmond
die.
Osmond knows a little bit about this, so he right now he
red
might have made that
justification.
connection. Yeah, he might have like just made that connection right now, and he kind of just looks up at her. Oh,
Oh,
right.
oh. Now things really got interesting. Wine?
And he just kind of like reaches up and realizes his eyepiece isn't in.
All of it. Fuck it. She's drinking.
While she's doing that, he kind of like reaches up and realizes his eyepiece isn't in, and kind of like reaches in his bag. Freaks out for a second, then puts it back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're both gonna be tested here then.
I don't know if I'd say test for me.
Husband.
I kind of look back at her. Dea, for the last 20 years of my life, I have been looking for this woman. 20 years. My parents have been imprisoned by her longer. Whatever I decide to do is justified in my mind.
I won't leave you. I'll be here to pick up the piece, okay? No matter what happens. I can't put myself in your shoes. I can only do what I can to help you, okay?
And I'll be there for you if I can.
Well,
I guess we're both pretty fucked up.
and she's laughing pretty damn hard.
The mania.
She hasn't laughed. Yeah, a little bit, exactly like the.
Once once the laughing starts, Nathan will take the drink he got and head over to.
Oh my gosh.
So I wanted to give you guys some space until things cool down, and at least that seems like it's going on. Yeah, or do you guys need more time?
Go ahead and
We're
join
good,
us,
Nathan.
We're
Join
okay.
us.
We're good, son.
Son has joined.
Mommy and
It was
Daddy
just
are a little fucked up.
Mommy and Daddy just had a small scuffle.
Son has joined the party.
So
Lucky, that was golden.
Sometimes mommies and daddies fight. It's fine.
Nathan just looks between them, looks over at Vola and then Azravana, who are still in the area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
and then-
imagine Azravan in a little corner, just kind of like
Just like minding her own business.
keeping
Just like staring.
And so,
Yeah.
okay. And so Nate's gonna look around. You guys seen Sai yet?
No, I was hoping to see him here, but
I imagine he's probably dealing with his grief right now.
Yeah. Then I can tell him on his own. And I turn straight to Osmond. You remember the talk we had? We came this way?
About you wanting to go home?
That still holds firm.
I understand.
And I'm guessing you got new stuff you've got to do, but I
intend to carry out what I came here to do. As soon as that's over, I can help you in whatever way I can. But I have to see this through.
Same here. Hopefully I eventually find you guys again, but I can't wait any longer.
where are you heading?
Home.
What direction is home?
The coast.
Back to the coast. It's gonna be even fucking long. Just teleport farther away at the beginning of all this, but I'll find a way.
Well, I can't stop you, Nathan, but I wish you the best of luck, and if you need anything, we'll be there for you.
Could you do one thing for me? I can't talk to people like you do, but she's safe right now, so I'm pretty sure she'll be able to hear it. But could you let Losi know what all has been going, or at least as much as you can?
Sure.
At the minimum, just let her know that headed home.
I can do that.
Thank you. I'm gonna go tell everybody else.
I kind of just put my hand on his shoulder. Be well, Nathan.
Hey. She gives you a big ol' hug.
Nathan
I don't know what the height difference is. Daya's only 5'2". She's my height, so
He's the shortest of all of us.
probably
5 inches. I'm
5 inches.
5 inches. Oh,
Oh.
shit! I'm gonna squish you.
no,
good.
she's 5'7".
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, she's squeezing your torso pretty good.
He just stands there awkwardly and then just pet. Yeah, I'll if I find a way to just talk to you guys at all, I'll give you guys an update when I get there. But
Oh, don't expect me not to be in contact. I'll be bugging.
oh no, I figured.
Yeah, Daya like lets you go and stuff, and she just like takes your hand. She's like, Sarah and Ray watch over you, okay? I'm gonna pray for you, and please send us word whenever you get home safe.
Will do. I'm gonna stay one more night here, but I'll be leaving as soon as the light starts. I wish you guys the best. Hopefully you guys find what you're looking for.
And you as well, Nathan. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Counting on it. And he's gonna head over to Vola and then Azravana right after. And so once he gets to Vola's table, hey, I'm assuming you're headed wherever Osmond's headed. Yeah.
I'm like looking at this thing. I'm kind of like collecting all of the stories, so I'm gonna keep going where the stories are.
Okay.
So, and Osmond has a story, and then Eliza is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted you to know that I'm headed home. Once I'm done there, I'll try and meet up with you guys again. But I have to go back.
Okay. And then Vola's gonna like kind of like go into like her bag and like she's gonna like pull out the token from her clan, the Wild Whisper clan token that she had. And she's just gonna say, here, take this. If you happen to go through the Aurelian Wildwood, that's where my family is. So if you need a place to stay, you can show them this.
And I take it and turn it over. Thanks. I'm assuming these won't do very good to me with the amount of distance, and I take my Rocky Talkie out of my bag and hand it over to Vola.
And I'm like, no, you can keep it. We'll see if it works.
Okay. Sounds good to me. And if it does, then it'll be nice to hear a friendly voice every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna finish up stuff. Take care of yourself, okay?
You too.
Cool. Now I'm gonna head over to Azravana. Just kind of sit down awkwardly, and after a couple seconds,
Hello.
hi. How are you doing after all this stuff?
What do you say?
How are you doing after all this stuff? I could witness a lot of it while I was, stoned out of my mind. But
Nice.
I am also, I know I'm not above being the most oblivious person in the
It's been a lot. And I'm still worried about that person getting his hands on whatever key he was talking about.
Right.
But there's only so much we can do.
Yeah. So it's good to know that I'm not the only one that you can combine stuff with. I mean, still be careful with it, obviously. Same rule setup.
Of course.
I figured you remember what I had said before. For all this stuff here.
You're finally going home?
Yeah. I wish I could stay and mess around with the vial more, but yeah. But once I'm done with all that stuff, and if I make it back to you guys again, we'll have to go get a drink sometime. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Same to you. Stay safe.
You too.
Then I'm gonna go get a drink and wait in my room until I hear Cyrus get back.
When does Cyrus come back?
Probably not till after the sunset.
You're waiting for a while.
Probably out there.
That's fine.
Would you have gone to find him? Or would you wait for him in his room?
No, I'd probably go and find him, actually.
You find him with a sword practicing in a very out-of-the-way training grounds. In like its own separate cave that overlooks the city.
Okay. So I'm just gonna, like, look around and seeing there's no doorway, like, knock on a rock nearby.
No, like a rock, yeah.
Yeah.
I stop and turn around. Oh, hey. I go back to practice.
So, and I'll make my way forward. I know you're going through some stuff, and I don't want to take away from that. But I'm headed out.
Headed out.
Headed home, like I said I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good luck, I guess. Not really sure what you're gonna be out looking for. Best of luck, I guess.
Yeah. I figured this would be quick, but one thing I want to say before I go is remember why I gave you that token. I understand that you lost someone today, but you still got other people to fight for still. And as much as they don't like some of the things you do, they still care. I still care. Take that as you will. And I head back to the chateau.
Thanks, Nate.
The sun sets on this day. And whenever you all wake up the following morning...
I would like to get up before the sun comes up so I can be downstairs when Nathan leaves.
Crack of dawn. You have your belongings, Nathan. You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
And you see Osmond.
Hey.
Just wanted to see you out.
Cool.
Kind
Figured
of stand
that would
up.
be the case.
Yeah. Here, I know it's not much, and I'll reach into my bag and I'll hand him a greater healing potion. Hopefully this will be of some use.
I appreciate it. I imagine
Sure.
if things are going the way that I think they are, and if I don't use it, someone will.
Yeah. I kind of like put my hand on his shoulder.
And I reach in and go for a hug.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hug back, and as I pat him on the back, I'll just say, "Better not die on me again. I won't be around to save you."
Well, hopefully this time, Bobbert and Curtis will pull their weight for once.
Sure.
Hopefully see you guys soon.
I'm sure we will. And as I pull away, I'd like to cast Ceremony and do the coming of age to give Nathan a D4 to any of his rolls for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
1 goddamn second.
Hold on. What? Okay, Mr. Cleric. Literal father of the year. Hold on now.
Oh, okay, sorry. It's just ability checks. Excuse me.
I mean, just the fact that you fucking cast coming of age right now, I'm totally fine. I'm fine. Anyway,
I'm not
Best of
gonna
luck.
cry a second time this session. No, I'm not. No.
Best of luck, Nathan.
Same to you. Keep these guys safe, yeah?
You know it.
Good. And with that, I pull my hood up and head out.
It was from this day forward, when the rest of you would come down to regard each other, and with various hostilities and companionship and love, that you realize your group is one person smaller. With the absence of the one Nathan, you realize and start to take stock in just the amount of shit you have all been through together in the span of time. His presence is noted. I think it's pretty clear to say for good reasons. Whether or not he will ever appear to you guys again, you can hardly say, though some of you have your hunches. But from once there were 6, there are now 5. To continue the journey and pass the torch to one just as worthy. And that is where we're going to end our fucking session.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good
Hands down,
fucking session,
my
guys.
Oh my
favorite
goodness.
session to date.
This has
That-
been
Thank
the best
you,
session so
everybody,
far.
for joining
full of
us
tears.
on our session 0, really, of
Our
trying
emotional
cameras.
roller coaster.
There's a lot to deal with
Seriously.
here, and we really appreciate to all of the porn bots who tuned in.
Thanks for joining us.
For joining us. And we are actually going to head off. Good night, stream.
Good night,
Good night,
stream.
dream.